What is up, everybody, and welcome to part one of Trey's Aero gravel hacks.
Back in Aero, baby. We haven't been Aero for a long time.
I decided to do a short little series because I have like 100 little things that you can do to help with gravel racing or bike racing in general. Some of them are Aero hacks, some of them are like race hack.
Look fast, be fast.
Comfort hacks, all different kind of things, but I'm only going to do a couple per video so I can hopefully keep this series going. And the first three Aero hacks that I wanted to talk about are all on my bike right now, and three things that I use. Well, two of them I use like almost every day in training and in racing, one of them just in racing. And all of these things are relatively cheap, especially when we're talking about things on bikes, because things on bikes can get super expensive. Yeah, so let's dive into the first one. So the first Aero hack, even though this is extremely marginal, is a top tube bag. I know not all top tube bags will help with aerodynamic performance, but the thinner ones actually somehow like have the air coming off the stem and the bars attached to the top tube bag and will make your bike slightly more aero. But really you should have a top tube bag regardless of aerodynamics, because whether you're racing or training, you need to eat food, and top tube bags are a great place to keep gels. So I have this, this is called the Cervelo Smart Pack, and it can hold like 5 or 6 gels. I have in here right now still the carbs fuel gels, and I know from racing that I could fit 5 of these in this pack. Super convenient, easy to use, just has a zipper on top. Throw your gels in there, middle of the race, you can just unzip it, grab a gel out, eat it, stash the trash in your back pocket, and just zip it back up and you're good to go. So regardless of if you're looking for an Aero hack or not, you should have a top tube bag. Highly recommend the Cervelo Smart Pack. It's light, easy to use, it's super thin so it doesn't hit your legs when you're pedaling, and it just lives on my bike. I have no problems with it being on there at all times. Let me give you a little up close of how thin this thing is. It's like literally the same width as the top tube, and the zipper is super easy to use. I haven't really used any other closure systems, but I can't imagine one being better than a zipper. So number 2 is, you guys can't see it right now, but it is on top of my NV Aero bars. It's called cat's tongues tape, I think is what it's called. And it's like a grippy tape that comes in a roll like duct tape, and you just cut it to however you want and stick it on whatever you want. It's definitely not made for cycling, but it's a grippy surface right here on the top of my handlebars, and it allows you to put your forearms on your bars like this.
Back in Aero, baby.
So that way you can hold aero position, and especially in races where aero bars are illegal, this is a good alternative, because a lot of people will put their arms there anyways, and when you're all sweaty and your arms are on carbon, it's slippery, but this kind of solves that problem. All right, it comes in a roll like this, literally just looks like duct tape, but it's got a grippy texture, and you just peel off a piece, cut it to length, stick it on there, good to go. I've had this tape on here for like over a year now, and it hasn't started peeling up, so it'll last a long time, and yeah, would recommend. Let me bring you in close. So this is what I'm talking about. Grippy grip tape on the tops of your bars. Just cut off a little piece, stick her on there, and it's good to go. And you might be asking, why not just wrap your bars all the way to the stem so you can put your arms on the handlebar tape? This might be kind of silly, but I've heard that wrapping that section adds like 2 to 3 watts to your handlebars, which like defeats the purpose of aero bars. So this cat's tongue tape keeps the circumference of the aero bars a little narrower, and I think would make it more aero. Obviously, you haven't tested any of this to know for a fact. But that's my thinking, and that's why I do it. Okay, last thing on the list of small aero hacks is my number plate holder. I know y'all can't really see it right now. I'm gonna bring you in close to show you, but basically what's going on up here is in most bike races, they give you a number plate that has to be visible on the front of your bike. Even though they have timing chips on them, they want the number facing forwards. And this is most important at the start when everybody, I guess so they can make sure you go across the line, they see your number, and then at the finish so they can see who's coming in. But in between the race, they don't really look at this as much. So this little thing allows you to flip your number up and make it aero rather than facing the wind. Let me bring y'all in close so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so brought you up close to the front of my bike. I have a mount on here that allows you to run a GoPro, which kind of covers up the number already, but you don't have to run the GoPro. But so your number sits flush like this, and then once the race starts and you don't really need to use your number in the middle of the race, you can flip it up, and then it is like completely hidden from the wind. And then as you come into the finish line, flip it back down so they can see your number when you're coming across. Super convenient, easy to use. Would recommend that also. And that little number plate is from a company called SoPro Cycling. Oh, there's the website, soprocycling.com. I got this as a gift, so I don't know how much it costs, but I would assume it's not super expensive. Probably the same price as a top tube bag or something. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you guys found it a little entertaining, if you thought these were useful tips, let me know in the comments. If you guys have other tips that I didn't cover, also let me know in the comments. I might cover them in a future video. Yeah, and if you enjoyed this content at all, subscribe so I know that you enjoyed it, and maybe I'll make some more videos like this. Yeah, thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Feel fast, look fast, be fast.